Let me extend profound and hearty congratulations to the Caribbean Agency for Justice Solutions and its visionary leader, Mr. Bevel Wooden, for conceptualizing this very important and timely summit. Equally worthy of hearty congratulations, and definitely not to be left out, are the several entities collaborating with Mr. Wooden and his team to make this connected Caribbean summit happen. Time does not permit me to elaborate in introductory congratulations, as I've been asked to do a 1-hour presentation in 10 minutes, gracefully or graciously extended to 15 minutes. So here we go on this very weighty topic of justice excellence, a development enabler, the value, challenges, and opportunities for modernizing the justice sector. This topic embraces the important concepts of justice excellence, development enabler, value of modernization, and the opportunities and challenges associated with modernization. The concept of excellence, justice excellence, however, immediately jumps out at you. To better grasp the concept, we start off by focusing on what is not justice excellence. There is no justice excellence when citizens are unable to access justice because it's too expensive or out of reach. When the constitutional mandate of a fair trial within a reasonable time is more observed in the breach, with prolonged delays in the criminal justice system extending for many years. When civil cases snail along in the system for years, sometimes culminating in the abandonment of matters as witnesses and litigants die before the holding of the trial. When judicial officers lack the physical, technological, and human resource support to run their courts efficiently and effectively. When no attention is paid to the development and modernization of the magistrates' courts, where more than 90% of the overall cases are brought. When judges take years to deliver judgments after the trial of matters. When no provisions are made to deal with the mentally challenged people who come in conflict with the law. When no special provisions are made for the physically disabled to comfortably access our courtrooms. When police officers are not equipped with modern crime-fighting tools, including the use of forensic evidence, and still rely on admissions and confessions to secure convictions. When no facilities are set up to separate juveniles and adults in detention centers. When no reform programs are set up in prisons to transform the lives of those serving sentences, to transform them into law-abiding, productive, and exemplary citizens when released. And I can go on and on and on. Judicial excellence is a constant work in progress, meeting the demands of the times and adapting to the changing realities. It includes ensuring access to justice, whether for the man in the street, the businessman, or the professional man. Ensuring timely disposal of matters when they enter the justice system by effectively combating delays and meeting the constitutional requirement of a fair trial within a reasonable time. Judges rendering timely, high quality, and fair judgments in accordance with the requirements of the law. Litigants reaping the fruits of their judgments in a cost-effective and efficient manner. and the state injecting the required resources in collaboration with bench and bar to develop a modern justice system. I now turn to the Needham's Point Declaration in Barbados, but I won't elaborate on it because I know that members of the CCJ are there, and the CCJ was the key organizer of this event. There is no need for stakeholders to reinvent the wheel with regard to modernizing the criminal justice system. It all started in October 2023 with the Needham's Point Declaration on Criminal Justice Reform. It recognized interventions at all levels, at the policy level, legislative level, and judicial level, among others. Going forward, I urge you to examine it, internalize it, share it, improve on it, and most importantly, assist in implementing it. A development enabler. Development enablers are the drivers of development or the means to achieve development goals. Each of us has a critical role to play in the process of achieving justice excellence. The more we collaborate, the more effective we will be, and the more we will achieve. Achieving and maintaining justice excellence will significantly contribute to the stability and security of our respective states, which in turn are critical to the development of the business and tourism sectors. Value of modernization. The value of modernization was best exemplified during the COVID-19 pandemic. We all resorted to technology. We had no choice, and it was very effective. Not only did trials continue, but in Grenada, more trials took place at the High Court than any other comparative period. More Court of Appeal matters were heard and disposed of. Scores of mediations were conducted. Litigants had the opportunity for the first time to remain in the UK, Canada, the USA, and other countries and participate in trials in Grenada and other Eastern Caribbean countries. We also, very importantly, established a virtual magistracy, and Grenada is the only country in the Eastern Caribbean right now that has a virtual magistracy. And the coming into being of that virtual magistracy demonstrates what each and every single one of us can do on our own, not awaiting the government to move. And in August 2020 or 2021, there was a debate as to whether or not it was too dangerous to attend court physically. The courts were proceeding, but basically what happened? Lawyers got together, mobilized other stakeholders, the magistrates, the DPP's office, the AG's office, the IT head at the registry, and within 6 weeks, we were able to introduce a virtual magistracy in Grenada, not reinventing the wheel, but consulting at the time too, using the OGBA contacts, OGBA as the regional entity, using OGBA to mobilize Trinidad and Guyana to assist in guiding through that process. And within 6 weeks, yes, 6 weeks, we were able to have a virtual magistracy. With modernization, we can remove artificial barriers. Yes, we are separated by sea, but the technology is there. We can connect the Caribbean. We can share and learn from each other's experiences. We can create a true sense of justice, trust and confidence in the justice system. We can reduce cost. We can increase access. And we can enhance quality outcomes. Challenges. We are aware of the usual challenges facing small developing states and economies. Money is always short. The excuse is always limited resources. But an even greater challenge is the old, figuratively speaking, tired mindset, lacking ideas and ever resistant to change. We must win them over and show them the way by lobbying, educating, and by ourselves making it happen. What are some of the opportunities to make it happen? We have regional institutions. We have the Caribbean Agency for Justice Solutions. We have the OECS Bar Association. We have OGBA. We have the CCJ. We have the University of the West Indies. We have the law schools. And that is where collaboration comes in. The opportunity to collaborate, to use our different skills, experiences, expertise to transform the system. And the meeting in Miami is one such example where we can bring the people of the region, the stakeholders of the region together. I'm mindful of the time, and I will just highlight one or 2 points on the way forward. To transform the justice sector to ensure fairness and justice for all. Digital payments of fines, for example. Technology. We now have e-filing at both the High Court and the Magistrates Court. And that was started by the CCJ several years ago. We must establish robust and proactive law reform commissions to address archaic laws, promote constitutional reform, and introduce much needed new legislation to transform the justice sector. We can talk and talk and talk, but once we do not have the institutional support, once we do not have the legislative support, it can remain talk for a long time to come. Legal aid. We need to establish a vibrant legal aid scheme or legal aid schemes throughout the region to ensure that the vulnerable and marginalized are able to access justice. We need to improve in investigative techniques of the police by the use of forensic and other scientifically grounded evidence. Entrenching, very important, rehabilitation programs in the prisons, creating opportunities for further learning and skills building capacity. Ongoing training for judges in case management techniques, online research, effective use of technology, and judgment writing. Very importantly, promoting the culture of mediation and alternative dispute settlement. Empowering the citizens through public legal education. Promoting a culture of public legal education among lawyers to lift the quality of professional service to the public. Mandating, as we have in Grenada, continuing legal education credits as a precondition for the annual practicing certificates of lawyers. And I'll just touch on 2 more out of several. Promoting the establishment of bar bench committees in each jurisdiction, comprising the representatives of the bar, the magistracies, bar associations, registry, DPP, AG, and others to collectively and creatively tackle the challenges facing the justice system. Collaboration again, and advocating for modern halls of justice in each jurisdiction. The Connected Caribbean Summit allows us to collectively and creatively not only to tackle the problems, but also to come up with practical solutions. It brings together in one room our unique experiences and collective wisdom. No doubt it drives home the importance of collaboration, not just for this summit, but also for moving forward to the lobbying and implementation stage. Let's continue to work together to achieve and maintain justice excellence.